Welcome back, friends. Welcome to my channel. Let us have the word of the Lord from the book of Galatians chapter 6, verse 7 to 9. And I quote, "Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well-doing. For in due season we shall reap harvest, if we faint not, or if we do not give up, or if we do not do what? Grow weary and give up in the long run." That takes us to the case of Elijah when he had killed the 150 false prophets of Baal. He went and hid himself in a cave. Then he was calling to God to call him to rest. Then God had to add him some energy, some strength, and encourage him to look up in the cave, and he could see a locust and some kind of fish to add him physical strength. At the same time, God had to add him spiritual strength. In your workplace, you may have worked for a long time. You do not see a reward. You do not see that your work is appreciated, or there are no seeds that are coming out with fruits. Now you ask yourself, where is my God? What did I do wrong? I'm in stagnancy. I'm not moving. I'm not making any progress. And if you have ever asked yourself such a kind of questions, I believe this message is for you. Do not grow weary in well-doing or in doing good. In the appointed time of God, you are going to reap a harvest. God had to add energy or more strength to Elijah, and he told him to go for another assignment. It wasn't time for him to go into rest. Sometimes we grow weary in our workplaces. We grow weary in doing good, and then we want to corrupt our flesh by doing things that are not worthy before God or man, or start using shortcuts for us to have a harvest. God is encouraging us to be persistent, like Nehemiah when he was building the walls of Jerusalem. God encouraged him that he was with him all the way in the building of the walls of Jerusalem. He faced a lot of conspiracy, which was to issue him with threats, which was to issue him with discouragement, manipulation, control. But Nehemiah persisted in doing good. If you persist in doing good, wherever you are, at God's appointed time, you are going to reap a harvest, double portion harvest. It's gonna come in a way that human beings did not expect. It's gonna exceed the expectations of human beings. Like Joseph, he slept as a prisoner. Waking up the following morning, he was a governor. You can sleep today as a very low person, and tomorrow you are the cabinet secretary of this nation. Do not grow weary in doing good. At God's appointed time, you shall reap a harvest. Where there is commitment, there is a reward. Sometimes you do a lot of work. Sometimes you put a lot of effort in raising up your children. After they finish colleges, they do not have work. God is encouraging you. Do not grow weary. Let them persist in doing good. At God's appointed time, they are going to get jobs. They are going to create jobs for themselves, and they are going to reap a good harvest. Avoid sowing bad seeds. Bad seeds are things like slander, seeds of diverting the blessings of others. Things that come for others, you divert them and give them to the people of your own choice, the way God did not choose to. That is sowing seeds of corruption. That's going to defile your flesh. That's going to defile your generations. That's going to bring you a curse. And those are corruption. Bloodshed. If you divert someone's destiny and someone's destiny is cut off, that is also bloodshed. If you gossip someone and make that someone to lose opportunities, that is also considered to be bloodshed. Sow good seeds that are not going to corrupt your future, are not going to corrupt your generations. Look at the case of Joseph. He slept today as a prisoner. Waking up tomorrow morning, he was a governor. Look at the case of Sarah. Sarah lived so many years. She was persistent, to God. And then God, at this appointed time, at her old age, she was able to bear a son who is now our great forefather in spirituality. In your workplace, what seeds are you sowing? When you wake up to work, you are sowing seeds. When you raise your family, you are sowing seeds in raising a generation that's going to become an important asset to our nation. Make sure you impart good knowledge, good morals, societal morals, religious morals to your children, economic morals to your children, for them to be important assets to the nation, even to other nations of the world. That is sowing good seeds, of which at the appointed time, you're going to see the harvest. What seeds are you sowing after you are retired? The kind of life you will lead after retire. It will show people the kind of seeds you are sowing while you're working. There is even a song that is telling us that will be an account of what you did with Jesus Christ while on earth. Are you accountable for the creation of God while you are on earth? Are you accountable in your workplace? Can we count on you? Can the nation count on you? Can people count on you? Are you responsible? Remember, whatever you have, there are sometimes it was your prayer item. The children you have, the spouse you have, the house you have, the inheritance you have, the wealth you have. Don't take it for granted. You're going to be accountable for it at the end of time. There's a common saying that says that in every action, either positive or negative, you must assume the consequences. Those are now the seeds of your harvest. What are you planting in your spirituality? What are you planting in those fellowships where you join? What seeds are you planting? Are you planting seeds of salvation? Are you planting seeds of redemption of generations? What seeds are you planting? If you are planting seeds of self-righteousness, you are going to reap corruption of the flesh. What seeds are you planting? Do you engage in community development? Do you engage in charity? Do you engage in giving back to community? Those are seeds that's going to impact the community and eventually impact the whole nation. Wherever you are, ensure that you plant righteous seeds and persist in planting them. Remember the case of Nehemiah, Elijah, we have said Joseph, and so many other people like Sarai, the wife of Abraham. She was persistent until she got the reward of her womb. At the God's appointed time, you shall reap the harvest in double portion. God is encouraging you that do not grow weary. He's going to strengthen you. He's going to equip you with what you require. In Isaiah 40, God is going to renew your strength. As he renewed the strength of Elijah, God is going to renew your strength for you to accomplish the mission or the purpose in which he appointed you to be in a certain place, in a certain family, in a certain nation, in a certain office, in a certain company, organization, or society. Do not grow weary in doing good. At the God's appointed time, you are going to reap the harvest. Bye-bye for now. My name is Claire Bonarelli. God bless you. Kindly remember to subscribe, share, like, and comment. And maybe your next encouragement is in the next video.